Earlier Craft Doctor, and I'm coming with a Crafter's Companion haul. So I picked this up because I just really wanted to see what was it really about. And it is the new Crafter's Companion Template Library, right? So it's really, I just really want to see what it's about. Okay, so this is the dividers. Let's see. Holy moly. How about this? Cut nothing. Okay, so these are the dividers that go into the big binder thingy. I'm not going to put them up right now because I got to find some room. Okay, these are the dies. And they have a little binding thing that go inside the book. Then we have the template library, the violet one. I'm about to say velvet. The violet, and then the violet template library. This is the recipe cards, and this is the library. Okay, so if you know anything about me, what is the one thing that I always complain about with Crafter's Companion? And for my older people on my channel, you know, I cannot stand when they give us these templates instead of dies. And what is this whole template library? Okay, so recently we purchased this thing here, this USB type thing, which it's actually in my whatever you call it. And then I have these paper crafting kits, right? So what I decided to do is buy this and see how it would shake out in the wash. Because if you think about it, these are some great ideas, but all this cutting and scoring is taking us back old school. Remember, the reason why we got dies was to not have to do this. This is very helpful when we do stuff like when you first starting out and you don't have a machine. But just think, I have to sit and cut this circle, and then I cut out this middle piece to layer it, and then I cut out the middle piece to layer it. Is what we got away from doing. So I don't know. It's nice. It's very strong. The stuff is good quality. I can definitely tell you that. This is a thick stencil-ish paper. I think that they put it on this system was a great idea. That is something that's totally new, and I think that the box, and this is just personal Geneva-ism, the box is kind of overkill because you got it on a disc system. All you got to do, you only get in 15 more of these. You're only going to get 15 more and 4 more auto ships. If you'd have made these discs bigger, you could have just put them all in one book and just had dividers. That's just Geneva's thinking, but I'm thinking the same thing. So this would have just been one big book or 2 big books, but that's just me. Anyway, the system seems to be pretty good the way it looks. Like, you really can get some really good use out of these without, especially if you like cutting. If you don't like cutting, you really won't. But if you like cutting, fussy cutting, or if you're a person that don't have a die machine, this works well. If you're new, and even for me, as an older person in this game-ish of crafting, I've been crafting since I was 12 and I'm 53 now, so quite a while. it can kind of take you back to back in the day. Those memories. Okay, and then this is the book. I'm gonna bring you down a little bit more so you can actually see the template recipes. And we're gonna make one of these, but I'm not gonna cut this out all together, y'all. I'm probably gonna do the step rocker card. But look, let's see, let's get it off the glare. I think this is the one I'm gonna do. I love rocker cards. I don't know why. Let's see if I can move my camera this way a little bit more. My lights are really bright, but I think this is the one I'm gonna do. So this is number 2. So let's go to number 2. And why would I pick a round one? So and they come out pretty easy, like that. Pretty easy. It tells you what you need. Card base, 1 sheet, 8.5 by 11. Mats and layers, 1 sheet, 8.5 by 11. This ended up being a 5 by 7 card, and this is 7 by 10. Okay, it tells you how to fold them all. It tells you where to cut. These are cut lines. Yeah, cut lines. And in here it gives you the directions. Okay, so let's put this down and let's follow the directions. Okay, let's put it like this so you won't be distracted by other stuff. Okay, I already pulled out a piece of paper. Okay, so this is my piece of paper. This is my template. Okay, the first thing that I think I'm gonna do is tape down the template to the paper to my mat, like that. I need to put y'all more central. Okay, let's back you up a little bit. Now, I'm gonna put you over here, and that'll kind of keep you on the paper and down. Okay, then I'm gonna grab a pen and we need to be inside the curves. Okay, the first thing I can tell you is this is gliding like butter around. Yeah, it's gliding like butter. So as long as your whatever you're using fits in there comfortably, it's gliding very easily. Okay, so that is a plus. It's gliding in there. Okay, so since this is the back piece, we don't need the layers yet. I'm seeing that this is rubbing off. That's not a good sign. Okay, but these are the matte layers, like that first one there and that second one there, a matte layer. So we don't need that. Okay, so then next we need this fold here and this fold here, because this is where you cut all of these. You cut those to make the mountain and the valley. You cut this line here. You cut to make the mountain and the valley, right? So it's cut out around the outer edge. That's 2. Use a scoreboard to score 2 to score along all the score lines, marking, erase the pencil lines. I'm not using a pencil because I'm trying to show. Well, and I would tell you to use the back side of the paper. Okay, so these will be all scored. Mountain, valley, and this is your cut line here. This is your cut line. Okay? And then here is the center. That's the way it look, because you need this mountain fold, and this says cut line. I think this is the cut line for your matte layers, because these instructions are not very good at all. The one thing I do know about this card is, if you look at the picture, there's only one cut, and that's right down the seams. So that's here on the inner circle. The outer circle, you cut it out, and right where the pencil marks are score lines. These are all score lines. This is cut. This is cut. And these are cut. All of these are cut. Cut lines. Okay? This part here, you see that? That's your matte layer. If you look at that, that's matte. That's all matted, and it's all one piece. So is that top. This inner piece is a matte piece, and that's a matte piece. That's a matte piece, okay? So now we're looking at that. If you can see this, it's really faint in the book too, but it's all of these are square lines except the long ones, these, but all these are score lines, okay? So now I'm about to take up my paper and I'm going to connect them all. I'm going to connect all of my lines, and I'm going to tell you why in a minute. Because I am not a fussy cutter. I don't really like it. I don't want to do it. I buy machines that make me not have to do it. Okay, so what I did was I got all the lines to match up. And of course, you know why there's little tabs, because if you made a whole score line, then it wouldn't stick on it. It wouldn't stay in the grooves. So let me pause you. Okay, so do you see what I did? Brother scan and cut. And it cut it out for me, so I didn't have to do it myself. So that's what my advice would be, is to pull out your old tools and use the new school ways with the old school, okay? So now, if you look at this, it is 100% on point, right? So now you take this, and they also offered, let me show you. Hold on. Ugh. They want everybody to pull out this baby right here. Let's back you up. Back up. They want you to pull out this baby right here. And this is the boxer. This one is the Evella box. And so they had these on special. And so they wanted you to use the scoring system, their scoring system. So let's pull out the boxer. It's the boxer to make boxes. And so I'm going to take my black marker, and I'm just going to run straight down. It doesn't matter which row, which side. Just so you got a clear part. Okay. And then I'm going to, nope, I can't do it with this part yet. I'm going to grab my ruler, and I'm using a middle edge ruler, and I'm gonna just see, did I open it up? Nope, one more time. Okay, there you go. See that? It's open. Okay, I'm about to do the same thing on this side. See, and this is all done on the wrong side of the paper. Remember that. Okay. I felt it went through. So it went through on that side too. Okay. So then this is score lines. This is score lines, right? So let's get our scoring tool. We'll use this one, and we'll score that to that line. This one, this one, okay, let's do it this side. We're going to score this line. That one. These designs to me feels more like one-offs. If you're going to just do that quick card for somebody, this is too much work for doing a full get up and go, y'all, in my opinion. Okay, and then you need to score right here. Too much work for more than one card. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is flip it over, and these are Mountain Valley, Mountain Valley. So the first one here is a valley. I mean a mountain, excuse me. It's a mountain, which automatically makes these want to bend to where they need to go. So this is a mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain, valley, mountain. Okay. And we made the rocker card, right? Okay, so this is the problem that I have with these template things. You gotta know how to cut straight. My scanner cut didn't cut straight because my lines wasn't straight. This is a good, in theory, idea. You have to be patient with yourself, and then now you mat and layer this. You can actually trace and put your own mat and layer on there, but there you go, voila, it's a rocker card. And then you embellish, 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 embellish. This is the thing, your inner lines should be very light. Your outer lines need to be darker so your scanning cut can see it. I used a pen instead of a pencil, but this is just to show you how to do it. Of course, it has the lines from my score, but who will be looking at your inner lines? Nobody. You can always erase it though, but it did work. It came out the way it's supposed to. And then what you do for the next layer, you get you a piece of paper, whatever color that might be, and then you draw, and they are smooth. I can honestly say that I'm not having any problems, except the fact that I'm drawing on top of this scoreboard, which is brains. But even me being on this scoreboard, it's still okay because it's still printed pretty good. Okay, so let's try this out with some scissors. To a fussy cutter, this is nothing. To a person who don't like the fussy cut, move your paper and not your scissors. See, my left hand is moving, not for real my right hand. Move your paper and you get much smoother cuts, right? Much smoother cuts. I'm moving the paper and not the scissors. Okay? With the cards that has square ends, you can always use your paper trimmer. For them. Okay. And let's do this one. Okay. So that is my matte layer. This is my card base. And this will mat perfectly on here. Right? So just think if that was some nice pretty gold paper that matted right there. Or metallic paper. It would look fabulous. Okay. And so this will go right in here. Okay. So there we go. Cut into that. Let's not use that piece. Let's make this neater. Okay. Okay, so now you got that. And then you have a matte layer, I would think, for this part. Or maybe it's this part. Yeah. Because if you look at the page, there is a matte layer here, there, and then you have the matte layer here, which is called the alternative matte layer, which is the white. So there's your matte layer there. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, so what I did was I took this matte layer and I cut out the first one and it ended up being exactly the same. So I had to cut it, redraw it, and so I'm cutting it out again. And this will be the matte layer that will go on top of the purple. The key to this, really for real, y'all, is fussy cutting correctly and straight, going good around the curves. Probably using a pencil that you can erase and not a pen like I'm using. Turning your paper over and there you go. You got the matte layer, which will be like this for the bottom. These are very much one-offs. I cannot see me doing this as a Christmas card for a group, for my choir. Too much work. This is too much. You know what I want to do is look at something. So this is the USB. This USB is in my computer. I'm going to see if I can pull this up and see if this card is in here, because it is a rocker card, 3D card or whatever, and it has this is a good idea in theory, not so much in practicality in my opinion. Is this the right one? It says Kingston. I'm thinking that's right. And so matting this piece. Okay, so it has a matte layer. Okay, so let's see. Envelope box, explosion box, file box. Double click here to begin. Y'all, can y'all see this? No, not yet. Um, okay, so let me put y'all on this screen. Let me move this out the way. Let me put this down, and I'm gonna put my screen up for y'all to see. Okay, let me pull this up, and I need to move these out the way. Okay, so this is the envelope box. This is the actual CD, and I've showed y'all this before. What I'm looking for is advance cards. Okay, so it's not in here. This one is not in here. Let's go back. Let's go to 3D cards. Nope. But look at shadow box. Did y'all buy the shadow box? Because there it is. In that 3D. Let's look at this advance card. Look at this semi-exploding box. Ain't that the same as the one that she showed us in this book? Oh, corner fold easel card. Same situation, sort of. Yep. Okay. So let's see. Let me go back to main. I don't think this is in here, because these are all the cards and boxes. So nope, it is not in here. I looked at all of those. These are gift cards. Nope, it's not in here. So it is something different than the other one. So that is a plus. At least you know that you're getting different projects in here. Then, but it's just I believe these will always be one-offs. These will always be extra, as it were. I guess that's the best way to say it. I'm going to get the whole kit because I have full set syndrome, but I don't think that I will. Let me move this and take you back. Okay, I don't think that I will be doing more than one-offs. These will probably be like classes that I will teach, and people will trace and cut out their own pieces or something. I think that this is a good idea. In theory, it is a good idea for newbies, for one-offs, for practice on how to do some new techniques. I think that it would be fabulous. So this is stepper card number 3. And then once you're done, you just put this baby back where it goes. I'm going to clean off this ink if I can. But I think that I will get some big rings and put maybe 2 or 3 of them in a bundle together and not really use that box at all. But you've seen how the matte layers can work for you. You just gotta really cut straight, and once you decorate this up, people are not gonna be looking at the cut straight aspect as much. But if I use my scan and cut straight, it will be perfect. I love the color scheme idea, that so you will know what goes where. A lot of these ideas may even be on, dare I say, the C word. Like making envelopes and stuff will be somewhat easy, because you can basically do this with a punch board. Different designs and ideas. But this is super cute, I think. I love this card right here. This one. And this is a lot of squares and such. This is a whole 12 by 12 sheet that is cut down the 6-inch. So you can literally put this on your scoreboard because these are just scores. All of them are scores. I think the pictures need to be a little bit darker for us. Draw through the template, draw the outer edge and score. Don't draw the diagonal lines. Don't draw the diagonal lines and cut line markings. Cut out around the outer edge. It's really, I think, because it's scoring. But I love this idea. It gives new life to the things because I love this card. I want to make this one. This one probably is super easy because it's just a card base. Squares. It's really just squares. You have to get proficient with your cutting blade. Is really what this is, because you're just cutting out a card base and the layer. Really, that's really what it looks like to me. Let's go to, what is this? This is number enclosed stepper card 23. This is the thing that I love about this system. And it's funny because I don't know if you remember, but about 2-3 years ago, I did something just like this. It didn't have templates or anything, but it had this code book. Okay, so this is the enclosed stepper card. And this is a 10.5 by 3 3/8 card base. And then the outer card is 7.85 by 5. So this has got to be 5 and this is 7.85. Weird measurements. Flattened to approximately 4 by 5. A 5 by 4 card. That is, I like this. I'm thinking you could just pop this and score where it says score. On all of it, wherever it says score it with a scoring tool, with a ball scoring tool. So I really like this idea. I really like dies better because I can make a bunch of cards with dies. But the idea of this is a good idea. So now you have all of these templates and ideas that you see the people from Crafters Companion make all the time. I'm sure there is a Z fold somewhere in here, or will be in this set somewhere, because that is her favorite one. It's gonna be in here somewhere. I'm going backwards. See something like this, you can cut this right out of your scan and cut. Pop up. This is the book pop up. We've seen this before. Is it on this thing here? I was trying to see. Oh yeah, the pop-up book. Let me take y'all on this screen. Look at that. That's the pop-up book. So you can cut that. The Tri Shutter, I think it has one of those here too. So there is some overlap in this. There is overlap. There is overlap in here. Is this box the surprise box? Let's look. I'm really like, yup, something similar. Let's see it. Look at that. The Constantina card kind of reminds you of the surprise box. Let's go back. I have to, there. Yeah. Let's see what the 3D cards look like. That shadow box, I definitely know. The theater card, I definitely know. I did see a theater card in one of the things. The side stepper. This is there. She has a die for that. This is a good. This is one I have never seen. Is the strawberry gift box. This double stepper. There is a die for that, and we've seen a lot of side steppers. The diamond fold, the interlocking square, we've seen that. I've never seen this one, but the octagon shutter, never seen that one. We just made that one, and we know we've seen milk cartons, so it's worth it if you believe it is worth it. It is for $99 right now. It is the today's special on HSN. I got mine because I ordered it a few days ago when it first came on, and it got here pretty quickly. And yeah, it got here pretty quickly. And it was $149.99, but they adjusted the price. So if you bought it early, don't forget to get your price adjustment. And this is the violet, and I can't wait to get the other ones because I'm sure that's what these mean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 6 more. These gonna be the library. So I'm super excited about seeing this, and I already know these are one-offs. Just like the houses that have these and all the other ones that she include these are more like one-offs, not necessarily you're gonna be making them in bulk or anything. The idea is a great idea, and I hope you enjoy it. Keep an open mind on what you can do, because you really can make some beautiful cards, matte and layer, using beautiful papers, not plain like I did my rocker card. You can use some beautiful papers to really make this stand up and shine. But I just really wanted to show you that the idea, it's there, and the premise truly works, because this was just a tester. And I would always advise test them out first to make sure that you're not using your good paper. Do it like this first so you can see how to cut them, how thick to draw them, or however, whatever, you know, those things. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see y'all all in the next one.